Ladies and gentlemen, the committee will be in order.
The attack was a mistake. Let me emphasize our investigation has determined that no one, and I repeat, no one, knowingly targeted the Chinese embassy. Speculation to the contrary is simply unfounded. No one at any stage in the process realized that our bombs were aimed at the Chinese embassy. My assessment of where we are is you're engaged and ready each and every day in the community. Some of our employees knew the location of the Chinese embassy, but keep in mind that we were not looking for it. None of these individuals was consulted as the target was selected and reviewed, and as a result, we lost the opportunity to learn that the building targeted was not the FDSB headquarters. We have also found one report from 1997 that gave the correct address of the Chinese embassy, but that information was ancillary to the focus of the report, and unfortunately the address was not entered in the database.
We are very dependent, as Director Tennant said, on databases and the accuracy of those databases. And clearly, we didn't have accurate databases here. I find it embarrassing that we didn't have in our databases the precise location of the Chinese embassy. And that did contribute to this failure where we didn't catch the mistake and possibly could have. We know that now, and we're going to have to prevent that in the future.
In any moment in time,
Alright, Shalom. This is Arya Bayasharallah down here in the Lions Den camp. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Kodash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well. A double honor to my elders as well, a hard one Bayasharallah down here in the Lions Den camp. And a sincere water to the Akim, the Akwatim, and the children, the brothers, the sisters, and the children who are pushing the truth and are leading with sincerity. The water, Shalom. This is I put all the videos in before, and this is why, because Xi Jinping says he would never forget NATO's bombing of Chinese U.S. embassy 25 years ago. Will never allow such tragic history to repeat itself. In a recent development, Chinese President Xi Jinping has vowed to remember the deadly bombing of the Chinese embassy in Belgrade by NATO, a tragic incident that occurred 25 years ago. And I'll show you where that's at. Alright, so this is Belgrade right here. Alright. It was based in Serbia. As you can see, Serbia isn't too far from Ukraine. Could be some type of action like that going on, maybe, I don't know. because Serbia is not a part of the NATO alliance. Correct me if I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, they are not. So continuing, in a recent development, Chinese. In a recent development, Chinese. Oh, I read all that. Deadly bombing, a tragic incident that occurred 25 years ago. This statement was made during Xi's European tour, which included visits to France, Hungary. It's like, I don't know if it's Hungary or Hungary, and Serbia. What happened? So it's crazy, the timing of everything. President Xi's comments were published in Serbia's oldest daily newspaper, Politika, on Tuesday. Bloomberg reported on Tuesday. The timing of his visit to Serbia coincides with the 25th anniversary of the bombing. Wow. Which led to the deaths of 3 Chinese journalists and triggered an anti-U.S. protest across China. And that's what the video was in the beginning. They were vehement about that. About just 3 individuals from their nation. They were vehement about that. 25 years ago today, NATO flagrantly bombed the Chinese embassy in Yugoslavia, killing 3 Chinese journalists. She said that we should never forget, he added, we will never allow such tragic history to repeat itself. He says why it matters. Xi's European tour, his first in 5 years, comes at a time of escalating tensions between China and the West. The visit is seen in an attempt to strengthen economic ties with the European Union and sway the European Union away from the U.S. His arrival in France coincided with the mounting trade disputes between China and the EU, as well as the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. French President Emmanuel Macron is expected to discuss these issues with Xi. So just off rip. All right, this is Revelation chapter 17, starting at verse 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. That whore being America. All right, and America heaps upon itself peoples and multitudes, nations of peoples and different tongues. It's called the melting pot. Verse 16, and the 10 horns are the 10 common markets, which later became the European Union, which thou sawest upon the beast. These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So the 10 horns, the 10 common markets, the EU, who Xi Jinping is talking to, is who's trying to persuade them to go against the U.S. bringing up the 25th anniversary of the bombing, which they were saying NATO Nazi. I was like, shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Verse 17, for Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. Until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled, right? So that's why, thus saith the Lord, this is why all of this is happening right now. All right, it says, his arrival in France coincided with mounting trade disputes between China and the EU, as well as the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. French President Emmanuel Macron is expected to discuss these with Xi. Xi's criticism of NATO also highlights China's support for Russia following its invasion, citing NATO aggression as a justification for the war. This move is seen as an attempt to convince European countries of the importance of China's economy despite these tensions. So they're saying, we above this, bro. All right, the weak are now saying, let me go ahead and get out. I ain't even going. Joel chapter 3, verse 10, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. All right, and that's what these nations have been doing. India, I think like a month or so ago, just unveiled one of their nuclear missiles. It was either a nuclear missile or just a very powerful missile that they had brought on parade. In India, of all places, China, Russia, North Korea, they're all doing weapons parades and military drills and stuff like that. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. All right, so that's what's happening right now. We're seeing the weak nations of the world who've been bullied, and this whole lesson was inspired by the brother Gabar lesson of this camp about America being a bully, because that's all America has been. What the heck? Don't tell me I can't go back into the. Oh, it blurred it. It blurred it. It blurred the whole article. I cannot read the article anymore. Oh, I gotta register online. That is some. Oh, hold on. What are you tweaking? Hold up. I got this bookmark and everything. Hold up. Read full story. Oh, dang. So they covered up the whole article. Let me see it say reading app. Hold on. Dang, that's crazy. Reading app. Oh, I ain't got that out. Man, well, I read as much as I could before it blurred itself. So I just got those two scriptures on it. Salakia. But I guess that's all that was needed, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, his will is being fulfilled right now on earth as it is in heaven. All right, the 10 horns, the 10 common markets, the lady became EU. They are right now being persuaded to get ready to turn and hate the whore. All right, so shalom.